Hey everybody, Randy the King of Solar Screens, window screen manufacturers. Oh yeah, just a gorgeous Sunday down here in Houston, Texas, and Francisco. My friend, you asked me to shoot a video on how we load our vans. Well, you're gonna love this. First thing you'll notice is we have no ladder racks in our vans. It's the worst feeling in the world when you and your beautiful bride are at Chili's and you come out and all your ladders are gone because they were on top of your van. That is not a good feeling. It's a much better feeling when you're actually with your wife enjoying Chili's. I don't know, I'm getting off the side here, but let's go back to it. So, let's open it up, find out how we load it. First thing you guys are gonna notice is we built this deck. It's about 10 inches off of the actual base. That way we could stick our 24-foot extension ladder underneath. We have a cubby space on the left and the right that we use to put pieces of aluminum, maybe some crossbars, extra parts and pieces, you never know. I have a little toolbox on my left that has all of my screws in it, which I left them out, but there's a bag of white. And I use the Food Saver bags because they're so thick and heavy. And I usually carry, I don't know, 500-600 screws of each color. Drills and such on the side. And I love it. You'll also notice that my deck is carpeted. I want to do everything that I can to go from warehouse to your house without scratching the frames. Everything I can. We bundle everything tight, put it on carpet, we have cardboard in between each order, we try everything. And then the last thing I want to show you that's in the van is I have this cargo tie-down net. And I know this is typically something you would see in someone's pickup to keep the parts and pieces in the back of their truck from blowing all over the highway. But we used it also in this van where I have some eye hooks up at the front. And then back here, I use the foot of my ladder to connect the two long legs. And then the vans naturally have kind of a little space on the left and the right where I hook the sides on. So here's what I'm gonna do. I've got 3 orders. I got 92 screens to load for tomorrow, Houston, on Labor Day. Oh my, they're making me work on Labor Day. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pause it and I'm gonna load my first order. Separate, we'll come right back. So I've loaded my first order. And the first thing I want to show and really emphasize is that I wrap my frames in like sizes. For instance, underneath here, I wrapped all of these 306s. Up here, of course, 4 foot. There's a few sizes, 4 foot by 4, 4 by 6. This, I believe, is by far the best and easiest way to keep your bundles tight, keep it from scratching. There are some other companies that use like twine or rope, and it really doesn't do a great job because, and I understand the idea behind it, it's probably a little bit cheaper than using the shrink wrap, but it doesn't hold your frames tight. So as you're driving around, making a left and right, and if you, of course, live anywhere near any major cities, Houston, sometimes you got to slam your brakes. Sometimes you have to accelerate hard. So that's the reason why we shrink wrap. But then now, I take my trusty cardboard. So I want to separate my orders to prevent them from scratching. And my next order happens to go to the city of Friendswood. What I have here is 1-inch tan frame, 80% Twitchell brown, but I always use my 1-inch frames. I get a little saddened when I'm accused that I don't use 1-inch frame, and that's why our prices are so low, but trust me, I don't use anything but 1-inch. I'm taking around in my shop, I don't even have 3/4. I don't use it. And I'm gonna pull my sunglasses up because there's a cloud. And what I want to show also is I have a half moon. And see, I could tuck that in between these screens because it's a little bit smaller, and that just protects it from sliding around as well. In fact, this particular house also had a couple of quarter rounds, which hopefully the video could see it. And so I even tucked those inside of these 45 by 58s, 57s here. don't mind, what I'm going to do is, just to save some time, I'm going to pause this video. I've got one more order to load. I'm going to put the cardboard here, just like I did on the first one. We'll be right back, so stay tuned. All right, so I just loaded my third and final order. And once again, I'm just going to reiterate what we've already talked about. Shrink wrap, like sizes. I'm kind of strong still. I know I'm almost 50.
Hey, give me a wheelchair.
But I still carry about 8 or 10 at a time, so that's how I bundle those. And again, this is the 1-inch bronze at the top. And this is, what is this one? Oh, this one's 80% black from Twitchell. And I love it. Of course, we already talked about the tan brown underneath. And then the beautiful 1-inch at the very bottom, white with black 90. I love it. And that is, oh, the bungee strap, wherever my cameraman, there we go. So now we're just gonna tie down our load with that cargo strap. And that's it. That's how easy we get to do that. Now we should be good to go as we drive the wild streets of H-Town, Texas. And wherever you're at, hopefully it'll work for you as well. While you're here, think about us, like us, subscribe to us, follow us, ask questions. I will answer everything. This one here was fun because I've never been asked, how do I load my van from shop to my customer's front yard? But that's it. You gotta love it. Now we'll just close. Oh, I gotta get my customer's contracts. You see, I do everything as legit as I can. All our legal warranty information on the back, because remember, solar screens are considered energy according to the tax code. It's a tax write-off. I want to make sure every homeowner has that available if you itemize anything to save a little money from having to give it to you know who. But that's it. I'm Randy, King of Solar Screens. Woo-wee! Everyone enjoy the rest of 2023.